Texas shootings, random gun attacks leave 5 dead. In this photo you see, people were evacuated from a cinema in Odessa following the shootings. Victims were shot at random, police say. Shooter targets people at shopping centers in West Texas. Presidential candidates react to the West Texas shooting. News from BBC and CNN. All photos may not represent the story. Watch to become bilingual, as this video is especially made for English learners. At least 5 people have been killed and many more injured in the second mass shooting in the U.S. state of Texas in a month. First to be shot was a policeman who stopped the gunman's car between the cities of Midland and Odessa. The gunman went on to shoot at numerous motorists and passers-by. At one point, he abandoned his car and stole a postal truck before continuing his spree. He was shot dead by police at a cinema complex. The motive of the gunman, who was white and in his mid-30s, is unclear. 4 weeks ago, 22 people were killed by a gunman in the Texan city of El Paso. About 20 people were injured, 3 of them police officers, in this latest incident of gun violence in America, although the police say not all of them were shot. Some may have been cut by glass as their car windows shattered when they were hit by bullets. Odessa's medical center hospital said a child under the age of 2 was among those being treated there. 7 of its other patients are in a serious condition. Police said Saturday's incident began at just after 1500 local time, 2000 British summer time, after 2 Texas Department of Public Safety officers pulled over a vehicle on a Midland highway. The driver then opened fire on the officers and, after driving away, began shooting at other people in several locations. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton said in a statement that he was horrified to see such a senseless act. In another statement, the state's Governor Greg Abbott said, "We will not allow the Lone Star State to be overrun by hatred and violence. We will unite, as Texans always do, to respond to this tragedy." In a tweet, U.S. President Donald Trump said he was being kept informed about the shootings in Texas. Later, Vice President Mike Pence said he and the Trump administration remain absolutely determined to work with leaders in both parties in Congress to take steps that we can address and confront this scourge of mass atrocity in our country. Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke condemned the West Texas shooting via a statement on Twitter Saturday. "Our hearts are with Midland, Odessa, and everyone in West Texas who has to endure this again. More information is forthcoming, but here's what we know: we need to end this epidemic." Democratic candidate Julian Castro also released a series of tweets saying, "We have to be more honest with ourselves. This is going to happen again. And again." Senator Elizabeth Warren called out Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Former Vice President Joe Biden said, "We must end this epidemic." He tweeted, "I'm heartbroken, sickened, and angry." Weeks after the horror in El Paso, another community in Texas has been terrorized by gun violence. "Enough. We must end this epidemic. At Biden and I send our thoughts to those affected and thank our law enforcement who responded at great risk." Senator Kamala Harris said in a series of tweets she's sick of this, and that our children deserve a future without multiple mass shootings in 1 month. Kamala Harris tweeted, "I'm heartbroken for the families of the victims in the Odessa and Midland shooting. Our children deserve a future without multiple mass shootings in 1 month." Senator Cory Booker said he'd take executive action to reduce gun violence beginning his first day in the White House. Cory Booker tweeted, "Beginning on day 1 in office, I will take executive action to reduce gun violence, closing dangerous loopholes in gun sales, cracking down on gun manufacturers, and investing in communities impacted by gun violence." Senator Michael Bennet tweeted, "West Texas has had enough heartbreak. Our inability to keep guns away from those who should never possess them is unacceptable. Lip service won't solve anything. This tweet won't solve anything either. But what we're doing, nothing, is getting Americans killed every damn week." New York Mayor Bill de Blasio tweeted the cycle of mass shootings and waiting on the news cycle must end. He tweeted, "They'll send thoughts and prayers to Odessa and Midland. Like they did after El Paso. They'll stall and wait out the anger. Like they do every time. We have to break the cycle. We need leaders to lead. Mitch McConnell, bring the Senate back to pass common sense gun control now. Montana Governor Steve Bullock said the shooting in Alabama that left 10 injured and the West Texas shooting were not normal. He tweeted, "Last night, 10 people were shot in Alabama. We are going to learn more about what happened tonight in Midland, but what we do know is that countless lives were changed forever. This is not normal." Candidate John Delaney tweeted, "Another tragic mass shooting. We have to take action. Universal background checks, banning assault weapons, red flag laws and more. People deserve to be safe driving down the highway, going to church, going to school, everywhere." Senator Amy Klobuchar said the playbook of broken promises and meetings needs to end. She tweeted, "More shootings. More tragic losses. Again in Texas. I wanted us to go back to work in the Senate weeks ago to pass the bills to start fixing this. They didn't. No more of the same playbook. 1. Promises made. 2. NRA meeting. 3. Promises broken. We need to act." Candidates Pete Buttigieg, Wayne Messam, Tim Ryan, Joe Shestak, Tom Steyer and Andrew Yang also released statements on Twitter. The Ector County Independent School District tweeted Saturday that one of its students was killed in Saturday's shooting. The school district is based in Odessa, Texas. ECISD counselors as well as counselors from the region are preparing to help our staff, our students, the district tweeted. A 17-month-old girl was injured in the West Texas shooting Saturday, according to University Medical Center spokesman Eric Finley. UMC is in Lubbock, Texas. The toddler is in satisfactory condition, Finley said. Finley declined to comment on the nature of the girl's injuries. Authorities believe they have positively identified the person responsible for today's shootings in West Texas, a law enforcement official familiar with the ongoing investigation told CNN. Local authorities are currently seeking court authorization to search an address associated with the identified shooter. FBI is sending forensic examiners and other resources to help with the investigation. West Texas shooting took place 4 weeks after El Paso mass shooting. This is the second mass shooting in Texas in August. Only 4 weeks ago, a gunman killed 22 people in a mass shooting in El Paso, about 285 miles west of Odessa. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo released a statement on the West Texas shooting Saturday. "How many more families will lose loved ones? How many more communities will be torn apart? How many more tragedies will it take before leaders act? The bloodshed must end now. Do something." Department of Public Safety troopers were trying to stop the shooting suspect's vehicle because of a traffic violation, DPS Lieutenant Elizabeth Carter told CNN. Shooter was armed with a rifle, DPS says. Child younger than 2 among the victims in the West Texas shooting. West Texas shooting occurred 1 day before new state laws easing gun restrictions take effect. VP Mike Pence said, "We can address and confront this scourge of mass atrocity in our country." Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.